It's time to I mean, Fairy Tail. You're bringing in Yu-Gi-Oh now into the whole system of that, like Guild Wars, like card games, like yeah, totally not gonna be a Yu-Gi-Oh game. I'm not expecting it whatsoever. What can I even say about this episode? It's like the strong start that this filler had, and then seeing it like kind of going down and having its good moments. Don't get me wrong, this episode had its very good moments, and it's just so many mistakes and stuff like that. Where to even begin? Okay, so Natsu and gang invades like the celestial spirits. Natsu goes in there, so like literally as they're like now going in. I just like how Loki's like there doing this like giant chant, and he's literally like this, like he's like some fucking god or saying, "Come at me, bro." He's literally looking at the sky. He doesn't know it's giant red pink head motherfucker doing up there. Like, you don't fucking think about that like at all. One thing is like you see him like clashing a bit, and this is a bit with like what I had issues with the episode. Two issues mainly in the episode, that there was no sound at all when they were fighting, when they were having clash. There was nothing at all, and that was noticeable around a lot of the boss, that there just wasn't any sound going on at all. And some of the characters were so shittily drawn. The art in this episode was just bad. Like Arcadios looked horrific. Some of the characters didn't even have faces at one point. It was like, it didn't look good. That was one thing. Although I'm not gonna say I was really enjoying some of the stuff that they had. Like they had that little clash going on for a second. You saw like Juvia, Lemira Jane, Gagio Grey, all of them arrived like that. I was like, fuck yeah, we're gonna have a massive clash like that. And all of them go into 12 doors saying, oh, you must fight us if you to go in these doors and stuff like that. You can't fight us all at once. And totally not a fucking Saint Seiya. Oh, let's just go into doors, fighting one at a time, kind of like sort of stuff like that. And I'm like, they all go into their own doors separately and they go to play them. And some of these are just such terrible matchups. Like Gargiel's in the forest with like Gemini, and it's like they're not even fighting again. Like some of the two badasses like Gargiel and Panther Lady doing it, nothing like that. Like you also as well, you've got like Lucy's against Virgo, so that's the kind of thing. You gave like Letty a retarded quiz or something. It would have been awesome if they just had a fight or something, you know? Like Juvia is going against like Ares. Like there was just some very mixed-handed fights on that. Even Elfman's fight with Taurus and all that, which was like, it looked so wrong when he was on top of him trying to sweat like that. He couldn't beat him at first, and then he made like sweat rub off on him, and he was literally on top of him sweating. Two guys, not to mention as well, this is a cow we're talking about, or a bull should I say, and he's on top of him sweating, panting. Yeah, that doesn't put any wrong images in your head at all. Like, and I don't know, like apart from that, like it just didn't really feel like anything was going on. Apart from that Yu-Gi-Oh thing I was mentioning earlier, where Kana was going against Scorpio, who were playing a card game, and you know Wendy's in an amusement park with Aquarius, and that seems to be like the preview of the next episode. And it's like, yeah, it just seems very mishandled, like with that stuff. And it also, one thing is like I would not say is that this episode doesn't feel like this filler arc is going to be long at all. This is what this episode really put in my mind. So, like, if you think about it, like most like fillers are about 24 episodes. Like, well, the last Fairy Tail episode was like 24, like right about the end of the first season, and they're trying to like maybe do 12 episodes. I feel like that. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this filler ended in 3, because you know how quick these slides are going. I mean, we already went from one of the Celestial Spirits. Like, I feel like as well, with another thing is that what they should have done is that they should have paced it a lot better. Like, don't go to the Celestial Spirit World at first. Like, maybe there should be like more like MacGuffins that they had to find throughout their journey before they could even go to the Celestial Spirit World or something like that. Who knows? Like, and then actually have a little bit more build-up. I would actually like to see a little bit of the backstory between like all the Celestial Spirits. I wanted to know that for a very long time throughout the series. Like, let's know a little bit more about Taurus. Why is he a pervert? You know, Loki. We already know mostly about Loki's past with what he had in Ilmas, but how did he become, you know, a Celestial Spirit? Has he always just been one? Virgo as well. Like, let me know about some of this stuff as well that I want to know. Like Capricorn. Capricorn's an awesome guy, and he's just there doing a fucking quiz with Letty. It's just stupid. Like, that's like this filler could have easily gone a lot of different ways, but yeah, it has some fights, and it has some cool stuff in there, some funny moments in there. Honestly, if you watch this episode on your own, I can guarantee that pretty much most of you are going to be bored. I was watching with this as a friend, and we were just making references all the time. Like, the freaking keys are like Vongola, like Valia rings and stuff like that. Like, there's Yu-Gi-Oh in here. Fucking Loki's doing Amaterasu. And yeah, if you think about it, it just looks so goofy and bad when I look back on it, like, just on my own. It's like, yeah, this episode just really wasn't played out that well. I think, you know, it just wasn't that good. It's fine in some aspects, but just overall the execution was just terrible. I feel like that. So overall, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10 this week. It's like it had good moments and all that. It had some stuff that made me laugh, and you know, it had some bits at the end. You know, Natsu now about going against Loki and stuff like that. But it's like I haven't got too much to say about this trailer right now, and from the sounds of it, how rushed they're gonna go for it. I really won't be surprised in like 3, maybe 4 episodes we come to close with this arc and we finally go back to canon or something like that. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think about this episode of Fairy Tail? Did you have the same opinion as me on it? And also as well, what do you think about Yu-Gi-Oh being appearing in this episode? But that's all for me. Also, thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys